Hey guys, hey, guess what book I read? Guess what book I read? Do you know what book I read? Do you know what book I read? Wait a second, you looked at the title. You just ruined my surprise. It is Diplomatic Immunity by Brodi Ashton. I read this book. I had very high expectations before I read it because I thought it would be kind of like the Embassy Row series, but unfortunately this one did not go nearly as far as I wanted it to go. It was very more romance-centric, which I guess I should have guessed by these peeps on the cover, but I didn't figure it out. So this one was more focused on the diplomatic immunity aspect of the Embassy Row kids, and so that was fine. It was more romance-centric than I would have wanted because I didn't pick this up book wanting romance. Like, yes, that was a part of what I wanted, but I don't know. I don't even know anymore. This book is about a future slash wannabe journalist. Her name is Piper Bard, and she has just gotten into this prestigious high school called the Academy, and this is where all the rich people's kids go, but mostly important rich, like super powerful ruler of nations rich. Not the president though. People with diplomatic immunity. So Piper goes to the school and her #1 intention is to get the Bennington Award. This is an award that goes to future journalists, the best future journalist in the Academy, and she has a competitor for this role, and her plan to win this award is to expose the immoral truths about the kids who have diplomatic immunity and what they do and everything that goes on illegally within this place of diplomatic immunity. She is kind of jealous, or like, not jealous, she's not jealous, she just thinks that it's really unfair that these people have these rights, and here she is without money and having to do things by the law. So she has a bit of a stick up her shoulder, but I mean, it's not an unfair one. So this is kind of what goes into her mindset when she's writing the article with the intention of winning the Bennington. However, she gets to know some, but mostly one person with diplomatic immunity. They grow kind of close. She may or may not get feelings for him. A lot of things go down, a lot of secrets come out, and eventually she has to decide whether she wants to help the boy or whether she wants to go to the college of her choice by winning the Bennington, which also provides a scholarship for the college of her choice, whether indirectly or directly, I don't remember, but basically it will help her set up her entire future. So which does she choose? You gotta read this to find out. That's all I'm going to say for the non-spoilery section of this, and everything else will be spoilers. Alright, I'm back. First things first. Raphael. I thought that he would be a character that I would fall in love with immediately. Not only because his name is Raphael, and that is a name I really, really love, but also he's powerful, he's a kid of a powerful person, blah, 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 all those very interesting tropes that I love, and I'm sure many of you love as well. It was surprising that I wasn't completely obsessed with him like Piper was. It was also very surprising that she was completely obsessed with him from the very beginning. I found that really not helpful to my perspective on the romance, but it wasn't bad. And he did grow on me, so that's good. Their meet cute was really cute though. I mean, can you imagine telling that story to anyone else at a wedding? Like, yeah, no, I bumped into him when I was hiding in the bushes and he saw my pink underwear on the first day that we met. Isn't that so cute? I mean, it actually was really cute though, because I mean, the whole he helping her on her first day, because you'd think that he'd be like this arrogant little asshole diplomatic student kid, but no, he was actually really great, which is actually why it kind of confused me when he blew hot and cold every now and then. Like, I feel like that was supposed to build angst, but honestly what it did was make me roll my eyes quite a bit. But yeah, meet cute with the duct tape and the duct taping her pants over the underwear so you can see the underwear, and she gets detention and he gets her out of detention, but then she puts herself back in detention by trying to get him into detention too. I don't know, I just thought that entire thing was really cute, and I definitely loved him from that get-go, but it was the whole hot cold blowing that kind of put me off of him, because he didn't really seem to know his mind. Like, he was interested in her, but he didn't want to be interested in her, or knew that he shouldn't be interested in her, but he kept changing his mind. And also Piper didn't help anything by continually hating on him. She definitely was not very nice about her feelings. It wasn't even her feelings that she was talking about. She was talking about his privilege and everything, and it's true, because all those diplomatic immunity students have so much privilege, and it's like they don't even realize it sometimes. And here Piper is a scholarship student, and she sees it so very clearly, and she feels it so very much, and this has a huge effect on her, especially because her family is not doing so well these days. She's lower middle class, her parents are almost bankrupt, and it's just, she's in a really terrible time. I just felt so bad for her, but I feel like even if you are doing really poorly in your own life, I feel like the basic rules of civility would suggest that you be nice to other people even if they have more than you do. And I mean, Raphael wasn't mean about what he had, so she just kept like shoving his money in his face. I just found that really mean of her, and I was surprised that Raphael was not completely put off by that. I mean, good for him, although he did have several like pained faces when she said the things she did, and I don't know, it pained me too, but it's also true. But she didn't have to be quite so adamant about it, at least not to his face. Even if I don't like you, I won't tell you that to your face, and I won't like talk about you behind your back either, or like write articles about you. I will just like think it and try and ignore it, I guess, unless you're like a really terrible person, in which case I won't talk to you, and that should be hint enough. I think I just noticed something. Is Piper a person of color? I think the person on the cover is a person of color. Let's see if I can like get you in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a person of color, which is amazing. I didn't even get that from the book, so I don't know if I missed it or it wasn't in there, but that's great. I'm great. That just makes me like this even more. Okay, I have a question though. If Raphael was not the son of a super powerful mafia dude, and if he wasn't as mysterious as he was and didn't have as many secrets as he did, would he still be as powerful a love interest? I feel like beneath it all, he's really just the boy next door, and that's not a bad thing at all by any means, but like without his accent and without all the family drama surrounding him and the academy and all of that, would he be the same person that he was? He would be the same person, but would he be as significantly viewed and loved by so many people if he wasn't? That is the question. And I don't know, it's not even important, it's just something I was thinking about. I was like, you seem like such a normal person, Raph. In other novels, other characters in his position have like something extra to them, but I felt like Raphael didn't have that, and it didn't affect me at all. He was cute, I enjoyed that, he was great, but I think it's worth thinking about. It's just a very interesting question. I totally saw it coming that Piper's friend would publish the news article that she wanted to publish but wasn't sure that she wanted to publish because she didn't want to hurt Raphael's feelings and, you know, their budding relationship. But I don't know, I definitely thought it would be more of like an ill-intentioned thing by her friend being jealous or like claiming it or something, but I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad she still had her friend at the end of all of this drama. I feel like everyone who read this saw that coming. It's kind of obvious. I think it would actually be kind of interesting to see what would happen if Piper did publish the article knowing full well what would happen, and see what that would do to the relationship. Most likely destroy it, but I mean, it'd be interesting to see what would happen. Probably something painful that we would not come back from, so maybe it's a good thing that we don't see what happens. Personally, I thought it was really sad that Piper's family had to declare bankruptcy and that Piper decided to use her money on the Bennington and basically throw away all her college money. This was a very bad decision, obviously, especially because it didn't pan out. Luckily, she did get a scholarship for another school, even though she didn't win the Bennington, but gosh darn it, that is a really big risk, and I was surprised her parents would even let her do that because she could be throwing away her entire life, and that is not something parents usually encourage or even allow to happen. Not great parenting on their part, but I mean, it's their decision, but not a very good one. It was just terrible because it put so much pressure on her to win the Bennington and put out her article even more, and that is pressure she did not need because she was already feeling conflicted over Raphael, and her parents already met Raphael. It is funny that at the end, after everything got settled, that her parents saw the article that she wrote, which basically convinced them that Raphael would not be a good boyfriend for her. So Piper, that kind of backfired anyways. What were you thinking? Hands down, my favorite part of the book though has got to be the ending, because Raphael is going to the same college as Piper. So they're going to the same college, and she's like, Raph, do you want to go to the same college as me? Like, what if we break up our second year or something? And Raphael just shuts her up with a kiss, but then it's like, that's so real, because when you're ending a book, you're just thinking about the happily ever after. That is literally the only thing on your mind. And then Piper's being all realistic and pragmatic, and she's just like, what if this doesn't work out? We're only like, what, 19, 20, less than that? And like, I just found that so funny because it's true. If they did break up after like all the drama that they already had and they were still going to the same college, that would just be so awkward, and I just love that she thinks that far ahead. It was just a really funny ending, and I'm glad the author did that because that made my day. Although also I feel like that could really be a good second chance novel. Like if they did break up in college and then they see each other like for the first time in quite a while, maybe like the third or fourth year at a party, that would be really good. Like new adult. Let's move this YA to new adult. Booyah. The very last thing I have to say is a piece of wisdom from Raphael. He had this one quote in a scene where he said basically that people like not telling their crushes that they have crushes on them, because this way there is the chance that their crushes do like them back, even if they never find this out. Because if you do tell them and you find out that they don't like you, that's just really sad and embarrassing and unrequited love. But in the other instance, even if you don't tell them, it's possible that they have the same feelings towards you and are also not telling you. I was just like, yo, you're so wise. Raphael, you're so wise. And it's not like I haven't thought that before. It's just that he said it in such a great way. It was either the way he said it or the Spanish accent he said it in, but either way, it hit me. It hit me, and I don't know. I love cliche, but true and kind of meaningful quotes like that. I liked it a lot. So overall, this book was 4 out of 5 stars, I would think. It was really good. It just wasn't 5 out of 5 stars worthy. There has to be a very intenseness. 4 or 5 stars are just like super cute, and this was really cute but wasn't super cute. You know what I'm saying? Just like that teeny bit. Needed that bit. Alright. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and check out these videos here, and maybe you'll find something else that you like.